the other two members that make up the 4 horsewomen. I think they're super impressed. Do you think Bailey deserves it?
It's a shame
Yeah, I think so.
lost your head. A careless man who winds up dead. You wear your sin like it's some kind of prize.
Eventually.
Too
I
many
mean, like,
lies,
who
too
knows
many
when, but it's
lies.
gonna happen.
At the NXT TakeOver show, among other things, I think the first thing we got to talk about it is the debut of the Japanese sensation Asuka.
Mm-hmm. She was so all over.
Just give me 30 seconds about Asuka. What was your impression? As soon as you saw her finish that match, what was running through your mind?
Very stiff. So stiff. A lot of head kicks.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, just in general, like, she just had so much energy and so much ring presence, and she was so over with the crowd. I mean, I don't think there's anything not to like about her, in my opinion.
No, I don't have any complaints at all. This was her first ever match in NXT in the WWE ring, and she looked right at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think even, I mean, it's not really fair for me to say one or the other, but I think Asuka looked as poised and ready to take over as anyone I've ever seen making their debut, including Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be seeing her on the main roster very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even, who knows how quickly, but soon. NXT is developing into quite a brand on its own, so maybe she'll just stay there for a little while.
Yeah, who knows? Like, I just started watching NXT at the NXT TakeOver, so I'm a little new to the whole scene, but from what I've seen, like, I would say it compares totally to Monday Night Raw. Like, the matches are so good.
They are. It's a 1-hour show, and it's not quite as polished, but I had just as much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through the teams that you saw. So, obviously, Finn Balor, the NXT champion, and Joe looked strong.
Yeah, they looked so strong. Like, I mean, I've seen Finn Balor before, and I was really impressed with him as always, but he's usually impressive. But I haven't seen Samoa Joe until then, and he just blew me away pretty well.
Were Dash and Dawson what I described?
Yeah.
Old-time tag team?
Yeah.
But they were fun to watch, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Like, all the tag teams and that whole thing were fun to watch. Like, it was a great tribute to the American Dream.
Certainly. A very suitable, excellent tribute. And that trophy was fantastic, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So huge and great. Aside from that, there was the showcase match of Prince Pretty, Penticton's own Tyler Breeze, against Stone Mountain Georgia's Apollo Crews, who looks as strong and as dominant as anybody in the WWE universe right now.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely agree with that.
Like I said, NXT is becoming a brand on its own, so I don't think there's not really too much of a hurry to push people up to the main roster, because they have now a bevy of top-class entertainers that they can just ride on the power of the people they have now for who knows how long.
Pretty much.
With Finn Balor as a champion, and I think you'd have to agree that Finn Balor is a suitable champion, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
He carries the belt really well. His 2 matches that night were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from him, who else do you see, as someone who's a newcomer to the NXT brand, who else do you see potentially taking the belt and carrying it and running with it?
As of now, I mean, I would honestly say maybe that dude Gable, I forget his name. Like
I'm really glad you brought him up, Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
He shines, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's not someone who doesn't have to say much. I don't know what exactly it is about him, but he totally stands out.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about him? I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Like, I think it might have just been I really liked his wrestling style.
He's very, very skilled.
Mm-hmm.
He's like I said in the commentary, he's a member of the former U.S. Olympic team.
Oh wow.
World-class wrestler. Like him and Jason Jordan are phenomenal wrestlers, and they're a great tag team.
That might be why, because I am a big fan of Kurt Angle as well. So
Well, they're both the prototypical Kurt Angle style
Mm-hmm.
WWE superstars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure both of those guys I'm sure most people look up to Kurt Angle, like was the saying, because he's a legend. But yeah, Chad Gable, he's very entertaining, and that German suplex spot where he rolls Baron Corbin out of the corner.
Yeah.
Out of the Corbiner. Yeah, they're a great tag team. Big things to come for them. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Vince McMahon loves Jason Jordan.
Oh, really?
Absolutely loves him. Like I saw this. There's this little GIF on Squared Circle the other day, which showed Jason Jordan just like he was like kind of standing by the ring and just warming up, and he's just jumping around, and he didn't know Vince McMahon was standing beside him, and he turns around and Vince is standing there going, big smile on his face, and Jason Jordan's just like,
Vince Senpai.
yes.
He noticed.
You're making me so proud. Yeah, hopefully one day Ben smiles like that at me. That's all I want.
Be a dream come true.
Oh. Anyway, the rest of the NXT show was exemplary. Of course, the main event, like we talked about, big things to come for NXT. I'm interested to see what they do next week. I think after the team of Joe and Finn now having won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, I think it's safe to say that it's going to be Joe's time to take a run at the NXT title now.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, out of like the two of them, I can definitely see Joe taking a heel turn and coming for the title.
He doesn't have to become a heel. He can just be himself.
Well, yeah.
And have a hardy rivalry, like because there's precedent. Back previously,
I feel like he would be a good heel. I guess is what I.
Joe can,
more so.
But I like Joe as a face right now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We have enough big monster heels in NXT, in Rhino and Miracle.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
I'm glad you got to see Baron Corbin now as a more polished, developed worker, because back when I started watching, back around, what was it, I guess February, he wasn't nearly as good as he is now.
Oh, really?
He's a guy who's a Golden Gloves boxer and a former NFL player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a tremendously talented individual. But he took some time to find his rhythm as a wrestler, and he's just finally starting out to become smooth and entertaining. But it took him a while, and I know anybody who's watched the NXT product can attest to that. But NXT has done a good job of developing people that I didn't think could. Like when the first time I saw Jason Jordan, I was like, wow, Jobber City. But now he's very impressive. And even when I first saw a Chad Gable vignette, it was him literally plugging the towel a la John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie, William, and Gable. And I was like, who is this knucklehead? And he turns out to be just as skilled. It's crazy. I guess you can never take anybody you see in the NXT universe lightly.
Just Kurt Angle with the John Cena towel plug pretty well.
I think Vince McMahon sees dollar signs.
Yeah, millions of dollar signs.
So, what do you say? Should we get right into the task at hand? Monday night?
Oh, yeah.
What do we see?
Yeah, brother.
What do we see at the top, Biggie? How did the show start?
Started off with Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton. Like, they were just kind of going at it a bit. Like, I forget what exactly they were going on about.
I think Randy was trying to give Dean advice, and Dean's like, don't give me advice.
Oh, yeah. So they were just kind of butting heads a little bit, and then Big E was all, don't you dare be sour! And then they proceeded to have a tag team match. It was New Day against Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton, and I would say it was a pretty spectacular match.
Oh, I had a great time watching it, absolutely. Well, first of all, Randy has good matches with everybody. Because all he has to do is his vintage Orton, and then it just it always looks
just
good.
vintage Orton, RKO maybe, just one of the two, or both.
Yeah, we didn't get both last night, but it was still a solid showing from Orton. He got to tussle with his old pal Kofi, and it was. Whenever Randy and Kofi go at it, it's never disappointing.
No.
And Big E looking strong as always. Xavier doing Xavier things, and yep. And like you talked about earlier, dirty pin for the finish.
Yes.
And
New Day always has to finish with the dirty pin, but I love it.
Yes, they have to finish with the dirty pin, and they got the win. They keep the win streak going. They continue looking strong. Monday Night Raw started really well. It was like less than 10 minutes of talking. New Day, a match. New Day goes over, on to the next. And the next thing on the night, if I'm not mistaken, it was, as always, it was Divas. So it was the solo match of the night, which was Naomi versus Nikki Bella, was that, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a match that we've seen a lot of times before on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
But the focus was put squarely on Sasha Banks, because after, like we briefly touched on, I mean, having a tremendous match last week with Bayley at the NXT special, not pay-per-view, but special. She's blazing hot. And there's no one in the world who watches professional wrestling that can deny that Sasha Banks is one of the world's top talents. And she outshines everybody, quite frankly. Is she better than both Nikki Bella and Naomi? I like both those women, but she's better than both of them, dare I say it.
Yeah, I would agree with that, probably.
So,
I mean, I do like Naomi quite a bit.
For sure.
But Sasha Banks is...
She's just a natural phenomenon. Yeah, absolutely. Like, both Nikki and Naomi train hard, and they work hard, and they've applied themselves, and they've been coached, but Sasha's just a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
I think, to be fair, Nikki Bella is a good wrestler, too. I'm just sick of seeing her, so that's probably why I'm not as keen on her.
In my honest personal opinion, I don't think we're going to be seeing her much longer. Like,
no.
We'll see her until this...
But I think she's had a run. So.
She had a great run. I think we'll see her up until this WrestleMania, and then after that, I don't think we're going to see too much of her. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
You're like, yeah, okay. Get her out here.
Pick her up.
Her and her sister?
Yeah.
Come on, Nikki.
We want Sasha dunk.
Yeah, she got dunked. So, was that Brie going into business for herself? Was that something that in the back they talked about, or was it just something like she sees an opportunity? I think she sees an opportunity.
I think so too, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they expected that. Because, like, we've seen it in the past before, and we want Sasha chance plenty.
Right, but I think if we learn anything from the world of pro wrestling, it's that if you're a try-hard and you say, do this for me, the audience won't do it for you.
True.
The audience is only finally now saying New Day rocks, ironically, after months of saying New Day sucks.
But maybe that was, like, their backup plan, you know? Like, if the crowd does this, then you'll, like, go and do that, and then...
I would think so. You would hope they have that.
I mean, I'm sure they have, like, several situations. I mean, we're not a part of the business.
No. I think we
speculate. But...
Yeah. It seems to be that whatever we say, the business does, though.
Yeah.
Yes, seriously. Because now we're on week 7 of the program. Raw continues to get more and more refined and tight and entertaining, and mostly because of our hard suggestions and work and commitment to the product. And Vince McMahon, he rewards us with a better show. So that's really
all we could ever want.
Exactly. As always, I'm just gonna skip ahead because he's my boy. As always, I always want Kevin Owens in the program, and in the weekly Kevin Owens enhancement match, he faced the other half of the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto, and once again, it was more silliness from Quebec's favorite son.
Yeah. My favorite spot was probably when Kevin Owens did the lucha, and then he hit him with the was it the running senton bomb?
Or when he's like, he's about to run off the ropes, and here comes the flippy shit, but he doesn't do the flippy shit because he's Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
He does the flippy shit just often enough so that you know that he's capable of doing it, so that when he pretends to do it, that you actually expect him to maybe do it.
Yeah.
It's not like Big Show, like, here it comes. Oh, Show, you're not going to flip over the rope.
Here I come, I'm going to get ya. It's the Big Slow. But I thought in general, like, it was a fun match, but what do you think, what do you think Kevin Owens going to do next from here? After being fed the Lucha Dragons.
Well, I think
Do you think Ryback might need a little feeding?
He does. Ryback has been promised his rematch at Hell in a Cell. And, well, I guess I'm going to have to flip the question to you real quickly. Mm-hmm. Is Ryback going to win back his title? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Kevin's too strong right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think in answer to your question, now that the Rusev Summer Rae angle is over...
Yeah!
Now that it's over, I think we're going to be seeing Rusev in a program with Kevin Owens because the foreign heels are money in the bank together.
Yeah. They are together, and then they could inevitably turn on each other, and it would be even better.
No, I mean in a program facing each other.
Oh, in a program facing each other, just in general.
Yeah, regardless. They're just so silly. Mm-hmm. Like, they're really tough, but they have the great combination of being tough and silly. Mm-hmm. Being tough and silly is... I think I just stumbled across it. That is the money formula in pro wrestling. If you're tough and silly.
Have we seen, like, ever Kevin Owens tap out to the Accolade? Like, do you think it would ever happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is the type of guy who will tap out because he doesn't want to hurt his family because he needs to be earning and not injured.
True.
I think he tapped out to the STF, didn't he?
Did he? I can't remember.
I don't know. I've definitely seen him tap out to a submission hold before, just because he didn't want to, hurt his paycheck.
Makes sense.
But that's fine.
All about the children.
That's right. He takes good care of his children. And at the end of the day, is the person who takes care of his children really a heel? No.
Someone, I saw a comment somewhere saying that he's the Walter White of WWE because he doesn't take care of his family.
I think producing meth and being a WWE superstar just orders of magnitude different from each other.
True.
But I see the paradigm.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it. And talking about big slow, just skipping ahead really quickly, you see Mark Henry throw that extra super slow punch in the lumberjack match?
Yeah.
So slow. It's like the punch took 30 seconds. Seth was back in the ring and he's still delivering it. If you watch the match, you know what I'm talking about. There's the Mark Henry super slow punch. It's flat. Getting back to the program, we finally saw Cesaro back on television, which was fantastic. Cesaro was in a match teaming with Adrian Neville against, I guess, the other foreign heels, Sheamus and Barrett.
Yeah.
Sheamus and Barrett, I think we can agree, are an excellent tag team. They're the kind of tag team that they're credible and they could even become tag team champions. But I think we can agree that no one is taking the belts off of New Day until there's some other really strong 3-day team.
Yeah. 3-day team.
It's a 3-day.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But who knows? Maybe that 3-man team could be Bray Wyatt.
Do the math. Do the math, people. I know it gets me too excited.
The only thing is, could Big E take on Braun Strowman?
We don't know. We know Big E is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe stronger than John Cena. Because the match that Big E and Cena have for the United States title championship, it was a gimmick match basically with the trombone and New Day interfering. If it was kind of like maybe a no disqualification match, something like that. I think anytime you have a no disqualification match, that is the ultimate test because nothing can interfere.
Yeah.
Or
that would be really tough because both of them seem to, be really skilled at messing around, just like ringside. Ringside shenanigans, I suppose.
I think from a, dare I say it, kayfabe perspective, the only real difference between E and John Cena is the fact that John Cena has been in the business a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think their strength is, I think most people can agree, is pretty comparable, which is saying something.
Yeah.
So, as far as that goes, really quickly, just for a second, if any member of New Day would have won another title, just so that all three members could have one, which one would it be? I don't think either of us could see Kevin Owens losing his championship anytime soon, can we?
No, I don't think so. Really, the only thing I could see is Big E beating John Cena, possibly. But who knows when he's going to drop that title.
Who knows?
It could be after he beats Ric Flair's run.
If it happens.
Yeah, if it happens.
Who knows? But that's a very good point about Ric Flair's run. I don't think it should happen, but that's another point to have.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to the point at hand.
I feel like it might, though, because they just seem to... Well...
Flair himself doesn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But not like he has any say in that, right? Preserve my record.
They might just do it to, kind of pass on, a new generation or something like that. Something to that extent. But it might happen.
Who knows? Maybe CM Punk will come back, too.
Maybe.
Getting back to the...
Maybe Redacted will come back
sure.
and team with CM Punk.
Sure, and
totally off the rails now.
I only do this because I want it to happen. And they'll face Vince and Shane McMahon. Yeah. But getting back to the program, as the New Day so eloquently pointed out last week on the program, they're a 3-man team that has now run the house the way no 3-man team has ever had before.
No.
And the Wyatts are a 3-person team as well. So if they're going to prove that they are credible in that same page, on that same sentence, in that same paragraph as New Day, because who would have ever thought, say a year ago, or 6 months, I guess 6 months ago, because it didn't exist a year ago, that 6 months ago, that New Day could be spoken about in the same breath as Bray Wyatt and his family.
I never would have thought so.
And here they are just dominating everybody.
I never would have thought they would have been this over 6 months ago.
Let me just ask you point blank. Do you want to see a New Day versus Bray Wyatt and the family angle?
Yeah, I want to see it. And like, didn't New Day mention the Wyatts when they came out and talked to Roman or not Roman?
Yeah, they said
Dean and Ray.
yeah, the Wyatts couldn't do what we did.
Yeah, so
Bray didn't come out and say, wait. He's probably in the back going, strong man.
maybe they're planting the seeds for a possible feud though in the future.
Oh gosh. What's the angle? How would that feud go? The Wyatt family just trying to terrorize New Day, and New Day just trying to be super positive?
Yeah, that would honestly be perfect for both of their gimmicks.
You know what New Day needs right now? There's only one thing they need. And that is something really brutal and punctuating. Kind of like when Brock Lesnar gives someone an F5, or when the Dudley Boys give someone a 3D.
Or like a triple power bomb to
Shield.
Yeah,
they need something like that. Something that shows like, oh my god, did New Day just do that to them?
Like, the only thing they have is when, like, Big E does the big ending and Kofi jumps off the top rope kind of deal. That's the only thing they kind of have is, like, their total finisher.
What should they have? Because I guarantee you right now, whatever we suggest right now, Vince is gonna steal it.
Oh, man.
Make it good.
It's so tough.
For Vince.
What if they just did a triple power bomb just to make fun of the Shield?
But they want to prove they're better than the Shield.
True.
They do right now that move where they slingshot each other into the corner and they hit them with the...
Yeah, the trombone.
The trombone slingshot corner press thing?
What if they had a spot... The only thing I would have to wonder about is, like, the rules, but they could obviously, somehow do it when the ref isn't looking, but maybe have a spot with the trombone in the finisher, like hitting them with it.
Yeah. What about this? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
For a clean move. Check us out. I'm inspired by the Joe and Finn tandem finish of the bloody sun, the double stomp and the muscle buster. Mm-hmm. So this is what it would be. It would be Big E would do something like maybe a gorilla press or something that would lay the person flat down on the mat in like the right or the left side, and then Kofi and Xavier would climb either ring post, and then one person would come down and hit him with like an elbow drop, the other person would come down and hit him with a knee drop.
Oh my god!
At the same time.
At the same time, yes.
So if you just be like bang. Bang!
Yes, and then they all have to get up and dance.
And go, New Day! And then Big E would go, booty! And Xavier would go, oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Vince?
And it'd be whack.
It's up to you. It's on you. Okay, well, I think...
Could you imagine them hitting Braun Strowman with that? That's what you need to ask yourself.
Seriously, WrestleMania 32. WrestleMania 32, it's going to be a 6-man tag. I'm serious. I'm booking it right now. 6-man tag, New Day versus the Wyatt family, and that move's going to happen. On Braun Strowman.
And that's the bottom line.
And the glass will shatter and Stone Cold will come out.
Oh my god.
And then they'll do it to him too because that's how over they are.
Yeah. Alright, so was there anything else we didn't touch on?
Oh, there's so much. Oh my goodness, what a great episode of Raw.
Yeah.
Okay, the spot where they said most unconventional diva or superstar, and it was like Paige. And, yes. And then Paige looks like she's about to sexually assault Byron, and Byron looks like he has been waiting his whole life for that moment. But then she's like, no, I just wanted the payday. And Byron's like, no, please. Why? Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
It was very
Poor
funny.
Byron.
Poor
Shut up, Byron.
Byron. I never thought we would, like, as silly as Michael Cole is, and as like how many years he's been put down by JBL, we actually found someone who's like a bigger punching bag than Michael Cole.
Pretty much. I bet Michael Cole's like, yes.
That's somewhat legitimate.
Yeah.
I'm not the least illegitimate now.
Plus 10 legitimacy.
Yes. There was another Divas match that last night. What was the other Divas match? Was it a tag?
Yeah,
it was. It was Brie and Alicia Fox versus
Charlotte and Becky.
Right. That's right. That was the stupid match.
Yeah, it was a very stupid match.
That was the stupid match. Yeah, that was the only really bad spot from Raw last night. And the reason why it was so bad, folks, was obvious. The Divas champion got laid out like a chump. Isn't she supposed to be good and not get killed by one drop kick and promptly get pinned by Brie Bella?
It was a very disappointing match.
Did Charlotte have a flu or something? She's the nature girl Charlotte Flair. What happened? It doesn't make any sense.
It was just like, nah, I don't feel like
I don't feel like
this
winning.
is like my title's not on the line.
But my title.
Just I'm depressed because Paige doesn't like me, so I'm gonna job this match.
Oh, right. That better not be the end.
I hope not.
Oh, that makes my head spin.
Yeah. But on a side note, I liked, it just made me laugh when JBL, or I think it was Michael Cole, the JBL was like, "You're a bitter old man," and he was like, I was a bitter
young man.
Yeah.
That was very quick by JBL. Just the commentary was just bang bang last night. JBL was actually pretty. I love how like he's like. Every week he'll just mention 2 obscure sports teams for some league you never heard of.
I know, and there will be hardly any reaction.
And then Byron Saxton is like, "What do you like? How do you find time for all this?" It'll be this team versus this team in the fucking Aussie rules football final or something like that. Goodness sakes. Should we go back to the finish, or the finish always kind of precludes that we talk about the running storyline of the night, which as always has been Kane recently.
Yeah, Kane and Seth Rollins.
We didn't actually, for the first time in about a year, we didn't see Seth till he came out at the end. He didn't talk, he didn't do anything. He just came out and lost.
Pretty much.
Poor Seth. Actually, I don't feel that bad for him. He's world champion. Let's talk about, just really quickly, what did you think about the execution of the angle with Triple H and Stephanie being on their way? They're probably in the room. We're on the way, Kane.
Well, like, from the start, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I was like, yeah, Demon Kane's going to fight Seth. The only thing I'm wondering, and I was going to ask you, what do you think's going to happen when the Authority comes back?
Next week?
Now that they know, like, that Kane was in a match against Seth Rollins.
I saw on WWE.com that next week on Raw, there's going to be... Undertaker's going to be there.
Oh.
And he's going to be there with Shawn Michaels. And because they're gonna have like a little discussion about how they were in the first ever Hell in a Cell.
Oh my god.
And if they're having a discussion about the first ever Hell in a Cell, I wonder who's gonna show up during that conversation. Couldn't be Kane, could it?
Oh my god, Michael. I'm so excited.
I know, me too, because HBK will be there.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna get super kicked. You know he will.
I just lit up when you said Shawn Michaels would be there.
I know. I can't even pretend to not like HBK.
I mean, I think he's cute. I know.
I know he's sexy. He's got the look. He drives girls wild. I know.
Drives me wild.
You make chills up and down baby's spine. See, even after all these years, he's an old man and he's still drawing money. Mm-hmm. God bless you, HBK. Don't ever not be sexy.
Don't ever change.
Oh my goodness, we're such marks. Alright, so the Lumberjack match was a lot of fun. All the superstars, for the most part, got a chance to get their stuff in. Even Jack Swagger, he was there.
Yeah, he did stuff.
Yeah. But it was, even New Day managed to steal the show, just being beside the ring, making a lot of noise, making fun of Big Show.
Yeah, they were the first ones to jump in, pull Kane out, and stomp on him a bunch.
Yep, because fuck everybody, they're the New Day.
Yeah. They're the New Day, and they don't care, they're just being positive.
Staying positive, absolutely. Yeah. Did we miss a match? I think we covered just about
Did we touch on Dolph Ziggler against John Cena?
Of course, thank you. Thanks, Biggie, of course. There was, of course, this is, I believe, the last match of the night, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we covered everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no Bo Dallas this week.
No.
Of course, there's Roman and Strowman. That's the last thing we'll talk about. So, the United States Open Challenge, it was a continuation of the storyline from last week, where finally Dolph got a chance to come out, and he proceeded to do every single move he knows. He did them all, and it didn't work.
Nothing worked like that famouser off the AA was incredible. And there were so many times where I thought that Dolph had it, but after like the second kick out, I was just like, no, John Cena's keeping that title.
I love how he wins. It's always just like, get up, AA, win.
Yeah.
It always takes like, oh, time to win. Good night, everybody. I'm John Cena.
Super Cena.
His hair turns blonde. He plugs the towel.
He pulls out a pocket towel.
And the towel turns blonde.
The towel like floats in midair.
Yep.
Because of his power level.
It's over 9,000. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that. Please, by all means, to finish this off, walk us through Roman and Strowman. It was Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman of the Wyatt family in a premier showcase matchup. Tell us how that went down.
Well, like, I don't really remember like play by play how it went down, but I do remember the very sick spot where Roman hit Luke Harper with the Superman punch and he just corpsed so hard. It made me laugh, but it was so good. Like 10 out of 10 Luke Harper.
Yeah, he did really good.
And then, right after that, he got up and took down Braun Strowman with a Superman punch.
Yeah, sent him over the table and won by a countout. It was a very smart win. Mm-hmm. I just want to touch on the fact that Roman did an excellent job of making Braun Strowman look strong.
Yeah,
very strong.
He did an excellent job of making him look strong, but he also put up a really good fight against him. It was such a good match.
Yeah, he made Braun look strong, but he did not look like a bitch at any point.
No.
And that's very, very important that Roman never looks like a bitch, because they've spent a lot of time building him up to look not
very
like a bitch.
Strong. Too strong.
He didn't look too strong when, don't you love it when he grabs the microphone and he's like, "Hey, Chicago! Yay!" 10 seconds later, "It's me, Roman, boo!"
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like the Chicago audience just remembered, wait a second, we're a bunch of marks. We're supposed to hate everything. Boo, Roman! Jet fuel, blue meal, melt steel beans. Boo, Obama!
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama, I'm not from America. Thanks, Obama! It was predictable silliness in the Chicago crowd. God bless those acoustics. It's a great sounding building, but those fans are such smarts. Mm-hmm. Like us, I guess. Altogether, great job, Vince. We're going to be tuning in next week to watch HBK and whatever else you decide to put on
We're
TV.
going to love every minute of it. Well, every minute of HBK anyways, because who knows about the rest.
You're right.
To be continued.
Yeah, but very much to be continued. In the rapid fire segment, we're just going to have 3 questions just to finish off. First and foremost, what do you think Paige is going to be doing next week?
I mean, I could very easily see Paige against, honestly, it's probably going to be Natalya at this point, because there's been a decent amount of...
Is Paige just going to keep putting Natalya over now? For a while?
I mean, I don't know if she'll put her over, but I mean...
Make Natty look really strong. Build Natty up so that she can lose to Sasha and make it look more convincing.
Who knows what could happen, because I mean, I feel like in a match between them, like either of them could be made to look strong.
You know, I think it's kind of perverse, I guess, for me to say this, and I might be dead wrong, but part of the reason why the pro wrestling roster works is because they have sort of like the 3-tier system. You have like your main eventers, your mid card, and your jobbers. The problem with the Divas usually is you have your champion, 1, maybe 2 contenders, and a whole bunch of jobbers.
Yeah.
There's no parity. So I think the Divas division needs that mid card gatekeeper, and Paige could be that woman. And she's just basically just going to gatekeep girls and build them up so that they can, put Sasha over in convincing ways.
I still, in general, just, like, I can't wait until, like, it's had a good run, but I can't wait until the whole team thing kind of, like, I want all the teams to implode or, like...
All of them?
Well, maybe not all of them, but I mean, all of them have their own different angles and eventually have all of the wrestlers doing their own thing.
Yes.
Or the divas.
It's not the wrestlers.
Yeah.
What's
not
a
the superstars. Yeah, I have no idea what a wrestler is.
Question number 2. What are we going to be seeing Cesaro do next week? Because we finally saw him back on TV. He's out of the doghouse.
Man, I don't even know it's Cesaro anymore. Like, sometimes he's getting fed to the Big Show. But he did have a really good match. And, I mean, that spot where he used Neville as a weapon was pretty awesome.
Yes, it was. It certainly.
I mean, I'd love to see more tag teams with him and Neville, I mean. But I also don't feel like that would really happen again. Like, the chances aren't too great. I mean, in my opinion.
You know what? I wouldn't be at all surprised if we see that same team again next week.
Really?
The same 2 teams just doing another tag team match.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love that.
That'd be fine. Okay. I hate to waste my 3rd and final question. That's such a silly question, but I'd ask anyway. It's a 2-parter, so I'll make up for some of this silliness. Part 1. When will Sheamus actually finally cash in Money in the Bank, and will he succeed?
Oh no. This is such a tough question.
I know.
Like, I don't see him holding on to it for more than like a few months.
Just a few more months. Okay.
Yeah.
But if it's a few more months, we're almost at WrestleMania again. I think Seth had almost like the longest ever time held.
So maybe he'll cash it in for some reason after that, or could be before that, depending on whose titles are on the line at the time. At least, I mean, maybe that could happen.
Maybe. Bonus question, is Kane going to win the title at Hell in a Cell?
Oh, I think so. I think maybe, like...
Are you serious?
Maybe one last time, and then, like, possibly... Yeah, actually, maybe not, now that I think about it more.
I want it to happen, but then I also don't want Seth to lose, because Seth is great.
Yeah.
I love Seth. He's fantastic.
It would almost be like weird to see Seth without a belt at this point.
It would.
But I feel like if Kane did win, then Seth would probably take either that championship or another belt probably pretty fast.
He's the man. He can't not have the world title.
He's a belt machine.
Yes, he is. Yes, he definitely is. And I don't really think there's really much else to say than the fact that Seth's the man and he's a belt machine.
He's the architect.
Well, with that being said, thanks again for joining us for another fun-filled episode. We'll be seeing you again next week for our wrap-up show before we head to Hell in a Cell. For Big E, once again, I'm Michael Brar. Thanks for joining us.